Hi guys, my name is McKenna. Welcome back to my channel if you're new here, and we got Hazley in the background. So I just wanted to come on here and film a video about kind of my past. Did a story about my past relationships and just kind of my past in general, and I haven't really talked about it and thought that this would be a good way to kind of tell my story and answer a few questions. You guys asked me some questions on Instagram, so if you're not following me over there, make sure you go follow for the next time I answer some questions. But yeah, I'm gonna get into it, and yeah, I mean, I don't even know where to start. So I grew up in California, and quite honestly, like, until I came to Tennessee for college and met my husband, Jacob, I didn't know that the things that I was going through and the way that I was treated was not normal. And I think that happens for most people, is you don't know it's not normal until you're out of the situation and you talk to other people and they're like, no, that is not how people should treat you. So I didn't even know that it was, I mean, obviously, like, I had a hint and like was like, this feels crappy, I feel like I shouldn't be treated this way, but I didn't know it wasn't normal. So this is just like a heavy topic to cover, but I'll just say, like, I haven't had the best experience with ex-boyfriends, and dating for me was really hard in high school, and yeah, I just didn't have the best ex-boyfriends. So I posted on my story this Instagram, let me find her name so I can give her credit. Emily Wilson posted a post. You will not have to chase your future husband. You will not have to compromise your morals and values, downplay your faith, constantly try to keep him interested so he doesn't move on to the next girl, or continually try to figure out how to get him to finally commit to you and to stay committed to you. You will not have to do some song and dance to keep him around. You will not have to bring sex into the relationship or keep sex as part of the relationship to keep him interested. And lastly, you won't have to convince him of how great you are and what a fantastic wife and possibly mother you would be for him and his children. He will see it, he will know, and he will make sure he doesn't lose it. So I saw that and I was like, holy crap, that's me. And I wish that somebody read that to me and said that to me when I was in high school with the ex-boyfriends that I was dating. But I have found such an amazing guy, and that is my husband now, Jacob. And I, probably like most of you, didn't know guys like that still existed. I thought it was 100% normal, and guys like that is just pastime. Like, that doesn't happen anymore. Guys don't open the door for girls. Guys don't take girls on a date. Until I started dating Jacob, I never was asked to go on a date with a boy. They never asked me, hey, what are you doing Friday night? I would love to take you on a date. Never was asked that. Never had my car door opened before I came to college and lived in Tennessee. So I didn't want to come here today to, like, explain 100% of, like, what I went through when I was younger and in high school and my dating experience. I don't want to put anybody on blast. I don't know if I'm ready to talk about it. I don't know if I ever will be ready to talk about it. I seriously, like, Jacob was the first person that I told, like, things that happened to me, and I, like, yeah, it took me a while to tell him. I don't think I've told anybody else except him. But yeah, just a lot of crappy stuff, a lot of just, yeah, not the best ex-boyfriends. Had a lot of people kind of downplay my faith, like that post talked about. I felt like I had to pretend to not be so strong in my faith, pretend to, and like alter my values and my morals so it fit their needs. Like, I felt like I couldn't believe in some of the things that I did because this person made me feel bad for it, or multiple people made me feel bad for it. A lot of times where I would, like, be screamed at and cussed out in public in the parking lot, times where people had to come up to me and ask me if I was okay, and I said yeah, because I thought it was normal. I wish I would have said no, I'm not okay, and gotten some help, but I didn't. And I'm strong, and it is what led me here to who I am today. But yeah, a lot of crappy stuff, just treated very poorly. I wanted to save myself, and a lot of my ex-boyfriends didn't understand that, and that wasn't important to them to save themselves for marriage. And I was pressed and pressured a lot to conform and to alter my morals and values and what I wanted for my life because it didn't fit into theirs. And I wished, if that wasn't what they were wanting, or if they were pressuring me to have sex when I wasn't ready to have sex, I wish I would have just realized then that's okay, that's totally fine if that's what you want, but that's not what I want for me, and that means I'm not the right person for you. And I wish I would have just realized that, but I didn't. But just like this post said, is you shouldn't have to alter your morals, your values, underplay or downplay your faith for somebody else and try to be a different person, because that is not going to get you far. So that's some of the stuff that I went through. Again, I really don't want to get into the specifics of my past, but I wanted to answer some questions that you guys asked me on Instagram to help you guys if you're stuck in a situation that you don't think that it will last or whatever. I just wanted to answer some of your questions and to give some insight, because I know it can be very lonely and you don't really know what to do and you feel stuck. So I'm going to read off some of these questions. So first question was, how do you know when you've actually found the one for you? So I don't know if this will happen every single time, but with Jacob, I seriously knew. I knew something was different. He asked me, like I said, to go on a date with him. He picked me up in front of my dorm with the car door open, with flowers. He still asks me on dates to this day. It's just different, and you will know when you know. At least I did. I knew when I knew, and he was different. And yeah, I just knew. He treated me like gold. He pursued me. He constantly was pursuing me. Of course, that doesn't mean that there's not hard times and difficult times, but it was so different from anything I've ever experienced. So that's how I knew. So the second question is, how do you deal with PTSD from past relationships? And this is a hard question, and I don't know if I'll ever figure it out. But all of these things happened when I was in high school, so that was like a long time ago. I'm 23 now, or 22, about to turn 23. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard to deal with PTSD. It's hard to let go of that emotional abuse or anything you went through and not carry it into your next relationships. I do think it is important that your current future boyfriend isn't your past boyfriend, and you can't treat them like they were your past boyfriend, but I do think it's important to guard your heart and to protect yourself. But with that being said, you should be open with your partner and tell them about your past whenever you feel like you're ready to, so that they can better understand why you have trust issues or why you act a certain way, because you know, this past guy treated you like crap, so you just assume that this guy's going to treat you like crap or do the same things. So I think it's important to be open and to tell them about your past when you're ready, or just say, hey, I have been through a lot, and you know, some of the things that I go through today is because of what happened in my past, and I'm not ready to talk about it now, but this is why I react that way sometimes. And if you're with the right guy, they will honor and respect that, and they will try to do everything in their power to not make you feel that way. It definitely helps when you open and you talk about it. It took me a while to talk to Jacob about the things that I've been through, but that definitely helps, and they're understanding. And you just have to remember that your current boyfriend or your future boyfriend is not your past boyfriend, and yeah, just try to heal from it. And that's the advice that I could give. I don't know if that's any good, but that's what I have done. Okay, next question was, were you looking for a relationship when you met Jake, or were you focusing on yourself? So I mean, I feel like I was always looking for a relationship, but I wasn't looking for anything serious, definitely not like marriage. And when I met Jake, I obviously knew he was different, but he, poor man, but I needed a lot of convincing, and I thought something that's funny, not funny, but something that happened is we started dating February, and when summer came around, I had a conversation with him. I was like, hey, like the summer's coming, like, are we gonna continue to date through the summer, or are we gonna like take a break and come back? And he was like, what are you talking about? Like, take a break and come back? And I was like, what? Like, because that's what all of the guys in high school did for me, so they could go have their fun for the summer, hook up with whoever they wanted to, and then come back to me whenever they were ready. Okay, next question was, just got broken up with. How do I have closure when I don't really understand why we split? That's tough, and I'm really sorry that that happened. Again, I feel like he's not the right guy if he didn't make you feel heard or give you the reasoning that you needed. So if you've already asked for closure, and if you've asked to talk to him and he is not interested, then I would just say, unfortunately, I think you're just gonna have to move on, which that's super hard. But to just have peace in knowing that he wasn't the right guy for you if he wasn't going to give you the respect to explain to you why. Next question was, how did you know he was the one? I think I've like talked about this in the past, but I just knew he was the one because he was different. He treated me with the utmost respect and honor and constantly pursued me. And yeah, it was just so different than anything that I've ever experienced. So that's how I knew Jacob was the one. Somebody asked, I feel like I bring too much of my messy ex relationship. My hubby understands. Do you do this? I mean, definitely there's times where I catch myself. It's definitely gotten better throughout the years. I mean, during dating it was, why are you going out with your guy friends so late? Like, what are you doing? Are you meeting up with the girl? Just constant questions because I've been cheated on. And he was like, what? Like, what? And I wouldn't not let him go. I wasn't controlling, but I just had questions because that has happened to me in the past where they were going and meeting up with other girls late at night. So yeah, it definitely just takes time, I feel like. But again, to be open and honest, and yeah, it's just gonna take time, and you're gonna learn to trust your person and that they wouldn't ever do that to you. So that's how I kind of take it. Hi guys, I'm sitting here editing this video and realized I never closed it out, but I just wanted to say thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for hearing me out on my past and some of the things that I went through. My goal with this video was to hopefully relate to some of you guys, because I feel like this is something that a lot of young girls do go through, and then they can kind of feel alone, like nobody else has ever been through this. But I think a lot more people deal with it than we know. So I just wanted to open up about my past. One thing that I really think helped me with this experience was freshman year, before I met Jacob, I was like, okay, God, I'm handing it to you. Obviously, me finding my future husband is not working, so I want to give that to you, and I'm going to trust you with my heart. I don't want to trust a boy with my heart. I want to trust you with my heart, and I'm going to give that over to you, and I know that one day you will give my heart to a man that will guard it and protect it, and that was Jacob. I met him shortly after that. That's what really helped me, was like, okay, I'm giving it to you. You're going to guard and protect my heart, and I know one day you will hand it over to somebody that will treasure it. So I hope this video helps some of you guys. And one thing that I will say is date to marry, and don't give up heartbreaks for somebody that you don't see yourself spending the rest of your life with. If you know it's not going to work out, just leave. Don't waste a heartbreak. The longer you stay, the harder it is and more heartbreaking it is to leave. So that's another thing I would say. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was super hard to film, and it took me a long time to edit just because it's really hard opening up about deep stuff like this. But I hope it helped some of you guys. So stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I hope you have a good day.